extraordinary performance for a first-time candidate. I think that a point was being made earlier by Elizabeth Wickham that typically when you see that kind of performance, it's usually, regrettably, at the instance of someone who was passed. But as you can see, Eddie Hinkson is very much alive to my right. So that this has been an extraordinary performance. It was not the Barbados Labour Party who first asserted that this was a referendum on the government's performance. It was the Democratic Labour Party who night after night asserted that. And the people of St. James North, I suppose, have spoken resoundingly, not just in favor of Chad, but Chad as the representative of the Barbados Labour Party in this constituency. This is not to say that the government is perfect. I've said over and over, we are not perfect. In fact, the challenges that we've had since coming to office, I never imagined in May 2018 that the challenges that we would face would go beyond the immediate economic and debt-related challenges that we inherited from the last decade. But the world in which we live is regrettably too much like 100 years ago in every respect, and the instability, and it is compounded by the reality of the climate. Night after night, you will have heard Santia make the point as well that the roads that we have, we judge ourselves harshly as a party, and rightfully so. But the reality is that there was a deficit that we came in terms of road construction, and it was is compounded by the convection rain, the intensity of the rain that we're facing, that a lot of our roads were never built to these standards. But when all you do is to criticize, attack, vilify, and in many instances borderline libel and defamation, then you have to begin to ask yourself, are you really listening to the people? This Barbados Labour Party government, when and I will never forget it, when the cabinet was sworn in on the 27th of May 2018, next week will be 7 years, I promised this country that the confidence that they reposed in our government would not be abused. It has been a disheartening thing for me that while we have given everyone the fullest opportunity to be able to speak, while we have reduced the powers of the Prime Minister in the appointment of a head of state, in the appointment of judges, and a number of other things, that we continue to have this rhetoric because we now live in a world of fake news. And this thing here, because this now goes to what I call nowcasting, they believe that anything can go without having to be rooted in truth. I hope, I pray for this country that we will come to understand that there is wisdom in being rooted in facts and truth, and that there ought to be an engagement with the people that reflects hope. Yes, there are challenging times.